Matthew Kershaw, we are in the zone, we are in the game drop zone, and it's almost...
Would you say that we are EA Sports, it's in the game?
It's in the game zone? That's a different website, don't go there.
The GameDropZone.
Definitely go there. It's EA,
Man,
it's E3.
If I wasn't lazy, every time we say GameDropZone, I would have just this really bassy sound go down like it's dropping.
Would you have it like a sound of a Reaper? You know, that sort of fuzzy blob.
Yeah, it would be every time we say GameDropZone.
But you'd have to cut all our words. You'd have to actually leave space so we don't block out the next word.
Yeah, it's I'm not doing that.
You should do that starting today.
No, although speaking of weird Reaper sounding noises, we should start off with Battlefield 1 because when that was revealed, you know the teaser trailer of the guy turning around and there's weird bassy noise.
No, I have no idea.
Oh my god, really? When they initially put the trailer out, it was it's the end of the actual full reveal trailer. The guy turns around and looks up, and there's a really bassy noise, and people were like, "Oh my god, it's Battlefield 2142, Part 2 or whatever."
The Zeppelin moment.
Yeah, but it was actually a Zeppelin. Fuck, I watched that live. My erection was shooting through the roof when I saw it was World War One. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing.
That Zeppelin is in fact the harbinger of your destruction. It is
That Zeppelin is probably a game mode where you ride around in a Zeppelin as a capture point, because that was a game mode in Battlefield 2143. Where you have giant, Yeah, I think it was a game mode. I don't remember what it's called, but I'm pretty sure there's gonna...
How are you going to get in the Zeppelin? How are you going to get there to capture it?
I don't know. They'll figure it out.
You can't parachute onto a Zeppelin in World War One. They have shitty planes.
But you've got biplanes. Come on.
Yeah, but what are you going to do? Fucking drive a biplane into the gas sack or whatever, and to jump out at the last minute.
The gas sack.
That's what they are. They're fucking sacks of gas. They're bulging sacks. Testicles in the sky.
Titan mode. Titan mode. There we go.
I believe you. I just assumed that was going to be an 8130 stand-in.
Titan is a game mode in Battlefield 2142, a reimagining of the variant of a game mode, Carrier Assaults. Featured in the Battlefield 4 Naval Strike expansion, apparently. Main objective in Titan is destroy the opposing team's Titan. There'll be, you've got two Zeppelins on the other side of the map. And they did it in Battlefield 4, remember? We played some.
Yeah, but these are Zeppelins in World War One. That's the problem I'm having with this. You can't just... how do you get in the sky in World War One is my problem.
The two, they could be anchored on either sides of the map, and you could have, some way to get up,
fucking climb this rope.
Yeah, climb up ropes or use biplanes.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to get a You can't parachute out of a biplane in World War One. This is the problem they're going to have to face, is how do you make biplanes cool and not really shitty? Because it's not they have heat-seeking missiles.
No, but apparently what I heard is the biplanes can be damaged and it affects your flight. They don't just you took a certain amount of bullets, you died. It's no, you can blow off buwings.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
You can blow off the little rudder things in the back and it affects your flight. Because that's how you make biplanes cool. You have dogfights where you can take out two wings on one side and then suddenly they're just spinning in a circle.
It's I've played Battlefield. I know how hard it is to fucking pilot. I'm just gonna how am I gonna line up a biplane with these really shitty machine guns behind you? I'm sure it'll be really cool to watch in video. I'm not gonna be good at it.
I'm gonna do that. I was good at jets in Battlefield 3, not so much in Battlefield 4, but
so we're
a biplane master.
We're 5 minutes in and haven't really said what we're doing here today. This is a pre-E3
EA stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna have some we know some of what's going to be there. We have suspicions of what else will be there, and then I don't know if this is true of EA, but definitely we're going to do this with a load of different companies. And there's certainly some games on there I just would love to see. I don't know if they'll be there. Just judging off like who's last released games and stuff.
Let's do what EA should do this year. Let's talk about FIFA 17, Madden NFL 17, and NHL 17.
I'm glad we're getting
They're
these out of the
games.
way now.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Moving on.
You mean you don't want 20 minutes of Pele on stage again?
God, no, that was terrible, dude.
It was great because I managed to go downstairs and make some food, so it was perfect. I think that's what I did, didn't I?
Listening to him talk.
Yeah.
I think so. I sat there listening to talk about like the beautiful game.
I think I foresaw what was happening, said to you, you write this part, I'll be down in a bit, and walked off. But you're right, yes, sports games will happen. Maybe they'll have an NBA game and maybe it'll be okay this year.
NBA is 2K, isn't it?
Yeah, but NBA Live is EA, and they've had really shit games for the last couple of years.
Oh, well, I don't know where to fit this in, but apparently WWE 2K17 is going to be shown with 2K, along with Civ 6 and...
That's part of our other
Mafia
podcast, dude, in like 3 days' time. Come on now.
Oh, okay.
Stay on message. That's not EA. Don't mix your brands.
God.
You're the worst influencer, dude. You're the worst. You can't drop the name of the competition. The only competition's games in the discussion of EA.
Hey, it's people will now go and listen to the other one to hear us talk mad lib about Mafia 3.
Oh, fuck. I'm actually excited for that game, like, weirdly. Some cool stuff going on there with race. But anyway, EA. Okay, I thought you were going to go in the direction of Reapers, go into the direction of Mass Effect Andromeda?
No way. No.
Why? Why did you suddenly hate Mass Effect?
No, I just think Reapers and I think of Overwatch now. That shitty, like, edgy character.
Die. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really want to play Overwatch. I haven't had time, but I will one day. Again, you've just literally thrown out the name of Activision first-person shooter in a podcast about EA and E3.
I'm going to go hang myself now.
You've just like... You didn't just call out other games. You called out the two biggest competitors, Activision and 2K. I guess...
I'm not good at this. This is why I shouldn't be like what's the word? What's the companies have?
People on the take? Don't worry, we're not on the take. Nobody'd pay us to talk about this.
No, it's like public relations. I shouldn't be that person in a company because that'd just be terrible.
You would make a really bad marketer.
Yeah. I'd be like public marketer for like Mr. Clean, and I'd be like, no, go use bleach. It's much better. Much more tasty.
Right, seriously, we're going to talk about Mass Effect Andromeda or fucking what?
Yeah, dude, I could talk like for hours about Mass Effect.
Tell me what you want to see. What do you want to see on this EA stage show? Like, what do you expect?
I want to see the head of EA come out and start talking about Mass Effect, and all of a sudden you just hear in the distance, and then a giant Reaper hand reaches down from the sky and picks him up and just lifts him away.
And then it's like, psych, we're actually here to talk about the Mass Effect theme park that opened last month.
Yeah.
But, like, do you expect Reapers to be part of Mass Effect going on? Or not?
Well, this is set in the same universe as the original trilogy. I don't think the Reapers are in... No, the Reapers must be, because they wipe out all sentient life in every galaxy, right?
That's the idea. I thought that was the idea, was that they go between the galaxies. They exist in dark space between them, and then do cycles. So presumably they're not just sitting outside the Milky Way.
Right, but then why are all the races evacuating to another galaxy if the Reapers are just going to be there anyway? If they're escaping the Reapers, why are they going to a place where the Reapers will still be?
I bet there won't be Reapers in this game, but maybe they must talk about, because that's what this game is, isn't it? It's like the Reaper War is happening. This is before the end of Mass Effect 3, and you're sent out during the events of Mass Effect 3, aren't you? Isn't that what was in that trailer?
Yeah,
like to colonize the galaxy in case they fail.
Yeah, but like, I'm really looking forward to it because there'll be new alien races, I hope, and they'll be like, you won't see like Krogans and Solarians everywhere because they're boring now. We've had them for 3 games. I want to see some weird like octopus monster sat behind a desk at some like facility on like a fucking random moon, and then it gets up and it has like spider legs, and it's like, holy shit, this thing's cool.
I really like Solarians. I really want more Solarians.
Oh no.
There must be some of them, because surely it's not just humans on the ship. And did you see that leaked jetpack footage from a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, I mean, it's all the races apparently, so there'll be like things like Vorcha even.
That's weird, because they weren't Citadel.
Well, it's like you're evacuating everybody. You've got to bring everyone so they can carry on their civilizations.
I get what
You
you're
can't really be
saying,
picky.
but these are America. Right, think of America. If America was to leave the Earth, do you really think they'd help the fucking Mexicans out? No, they wouldn't. Not that I think America's going to leave us.
They're different races. Well, they're different ethnicities, not races. They're not like... They'll bring, like, cats and dogs, different species.
They're going to make
like
America
Noah's
great
Ark.
again on the moon.
Yeah.
I don't know where that analogy came from. I didn't just compare Mexico to fucking whatever the homeworld of Vortia was, but... Jesus.
What species was the is it the broker?
Oh, the Yarg. He was a Yarg.
Yarg.
Yarg. Something like Yarg.
I want to see more of them. I want to just be like, the game starts off and you're playing, your N7 person, and you're walking through, like, this big massive ship to get your head to, like, the captain's bay or whatever.
It's got to be
just,
like the start of Mass Effect 1. Has to be that scene again.
What, where you just walk through and then you see the Tory and it's like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, well, it's just like, here's the music building and you're just following insert name of your person's feet, like along all these catwalks.
It'll be like the start of Mass Effect 3, when Shepard comes out of the bedroom and he's walking through the corridor and there's just like fucking humans everywhere in the corridors. It'll be like that, but it'll be aliens instead.
Yeah, it'll be like little kid. It'll be like, the scene from Aliens where they're in like the colony and there's like those kids on like play toys or whatever in the middle of this fucking work area because they're building new civilization. There's so much scope for this game. It could be really cool. Do you think it'll be open world?
Yes, I think they'll even be like, you land and colonize places and you literally build them up, kind of like a very small, not in depth, like city builder sort of thing.
So like an advanced version of Inquisition's camps and keeps. We used to establish keeps and camps in every area.
Yeah, but you have to manage, like, if you go to a place that has no atmosphere, that you can't breathe in, you have to go and build like, this fucking bubble to live in, and you have to manage power and food and water and oxygen and stuff like that, and defense, and they'll be attacked. Like, I would like that. I would like it as you're playing the game. It's like, oh, colony X2B is under attack from the local, like, wildlife, and then you can go and stop on your way there and defend it, and it'll raise your population with them.
Like Fallout 4 shelters, but good.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think you're going to get direct building like that, though. I think it'll be more like menu-based or something. Like, here's these upgrades. I don't think you're going to get to, like, fucking Minecraft in the DICE engine, or the Frostbite engine. As much as I would love to see that, because it would break in amazing ways.
It'd be good. I'd like that, I think.
I wonder what they're doing with the Mako.
That would be the point. You land on this place and you're going to find somewhere to settle, and you can go across the planet.
Oh, I know, but like, right, if you think about Inquisition's zones as planets, because they were large and stuff, like, Inquisition was really good at, you're walking through this area and there's just cool shit, different shit, not like the same shit. Cool, weird shit, and like, here's a weird statue you've never seen before, and like, it was really exciting to move through those environments. If I think about that in the context of Mass Effect, it suddenly doesn't make sense when you're in a Mako, because everything has to be huge. You have to be able to, like, drive for some distance before you see something. Surely.
I guess, but that's the point. No, you're going to this unscouted planet. Of course, there'll be nothing around. Nobody's been there yet.
Oh, well, except the aliens in that galaxy.
I mean, yeah, but like that's another point where you're going to colonize, and there could be this ancient or this alien civilization already on the planet. And then you have to, like, manage your relationship with them, or they will just attack.
Do you remember the weird planets of Mass Effect 1 where you just, like, fucking come across this massive, like, black pyramid in the middle of a desert? Do you have any recollection of that?
No.
There was multiple planets in Mass Effect 1 where, you could drive around the Mako in that game too, and you were just like, here's a fucking random fucking massive pyramid, like the Illuminati just dropped it there. And I don't remember there ever being an explanation.
That's cool. I want more, like, mysterious shit like that.
Yeah, I want more of that and less of, like, answers, like, I don't want the fucking Reaper exposition,
Yeah.
And also, the idea of, like, you're on this fucking colony ship with all these crew and they're probably going to be bickering, because of course they are. Like, you could do a lot of fun stuff with that. like Star Trek-esque stuff, because that's that's like literally the pitch of Star Trek, isn't it? It's like you've been sent out to explore, and half your crew is civilian or something.
Yeah.
There could be a lot of fun stuff with that. I hope it's not like end of the world, go and stop the massive Reaper threat, or whatever they call the Reapers in this game, because there's going to be an equivalent. I hope it's not that.
I don't think there will be Reapers. I think it will be more, there's some like evil alien, species out in this galaxy, and as you're colonizing, it angers them more, and like the whole point is you're wiping out this evil alien species while colonizing, and that's going to be like the big threat. And then it'll be like, after you do that, you find out they're working for the Reapers. Oh, brrr.
Yeah, and actually the humans were the real bad guys all along, because you've just wiped out this sentient race in another galaxy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that game. Really excited.
So am I. I hope it's good. I mean, it probably will be good. Like, people can bitch all they want about Mass Effect 3. I enjoyed Mass Effect 3.
People can bitch all they want against EA. I really like some of their games. Yeah. Some of their games like Dragon Age, they've been teasing a new Dragon Age project on Twitter for weeks now. We know nothing about it, but they've kept tweeting pictures of a book, and it's like the Dragon Age keep symbol with a wolf's head above it. And anyone who's finished Dragon Age and finished the Dragon Age Last Trespasser DLC, the wolf is a big part of that. So I'm interested to see if that's going to be there. I don't understand. I don't think a lot of EA producers would be teasing Dragon Age right before E3 and it not be there in some form, even if it is just like a teaser trailer or something.
Yeah.
And they were asking a few months back about about would people be interested in like an RPG tactics game, I think it made it sound more like a Fire Emblem kind of thing, and less like a massive big game. So that could be interesting if it's that. Maybe nothing will come of that, but I'm thinking we're going to see some Dragon Age there in some form. Also, Dragon Age Inquisition was like BioWare's most successful game at launch. Like, I'm sure, the older public's made more money of it later because it's been going on for 4 years or whatever. But I remember Dragon Age Inquisition was actually huge for them, so that could be exciting. So maybe some new older public stuff. They're wrapping up the Knights of the Fallen Empire expansion. They've been teasing a new expansion for a while now, voice actors and stuff. They've actually, the writer of Mass Effect, the original one, and also the Knights of the Old Public games. He's back with BioWare now. He left a while ago, and now he's come back. So he's been back I want to say a long enough months that maybe he'll have some input on this. So that could be cool for Drew Karpyshyn fans. And what about the new BioWare IP? Do you remember that from a couple of years ago?
No.
We're going to show you shots of this artwork of this hut in a weird desert and talk very mysteriously about this game. We're not going to release for another decade.
Don't remember any of it. I remember Unravel. Oh no, what was it called? Was it Unravel?
That was a game, yes.
Fucking Yanni, yeah.
That came out. It came out this year, earlier.
Yeah, I know, but what happened to it? I didn't hear anything about it.
Some people liked it, some people hated it. Some people, there was a lot of, I think Wired had this really controversial review, where the reviewer just basically talked about how EA is making an indie project into a commercial thing, and how that's disgusting. That's all I really remember of that time. I played the demo, I was considering buying it, but something else came out that same time, and I bought it. I think it might be an XCOM 2, or something like that.
I think it was. I remember you saying that. Oh, since you were just speaking about rumours and stuff about possible Star Wars, so apparently from what I've heard, EA are going to release a shit ton of backwards compatible games on the Xbone.
That could be cool.
People are expecting Mass Effect 2 and 3, they hype people up for Andromeda. Same with the old Dragon Age games for a possible new one.
That would be great, because if it's free on EA Access as well, because they're doing that on PC, then you could totally buy EA Access and play through all the Dragon Age games on the Xbox One.
Yeah, that's totally what I will do. Yeah.
Yeah. Woo.
I'm pretty excited for it. I mean, if they're gonna put Skate 3 is EA, right? I'm not fucking this up.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. They will put Skate 3 in there. People have been asking for a full year since it was first announced that backwards compatible was a thing. Yeah,
people have been talking about Skate 3 for ages, so it's never going to happen.
No, it will. They're going to announce it. They're going to say, okay, here's a new big catalogue of backwards compatible games for EA Access. Go have fun. And Skate
I'm sure
3
that will happen. Ever.
No, I don't. I think maybe next year, if Skate 3 got super popular, again, if they do release it, they'll probably go and put a new one out.
Well, they've just jumped out Mirror's Edge so they can get that team on the next skate game. Shut those people up.
God, Mirror's Edge flopped so hard, didn't it?
No one cares about it. I'm not convinced anyone ever cared about it. I don't know about you, but I look at it and I have no sense of like passion or like nothing happens to me when I look at a piece of artwork from that game.
I like the artwork, I like the style, but yeah, it's Mirror's Edge. I mean, people hyped it up going, oh my god, new Mirror's Edge game, this is fucking great. And then it came out and everyone was like, oh yeah, it's Mirror's Edge. Oh.
Yeah, like, it's meant to be better in some ways. Like, the open world's meant to be good, but like, I just don't give a fuck about the old Mirror's Edge. I don't give a fuck about the new one. Like, the idea of like, I'm a runner and I'm going to kick these guns out of people's hands isn't particularly exciting. And if I want free running, I'll go to Titanfall. Speaking of Titanfall 2 going to be there.
Yeah, man. There's going to be a mech with a sword. It's going to be fucking awesome.
So I don't know if you're aware of this, but there's more than just Titanfall 2 in development. Like, Respawn totally has I can't remember the name of them, but they're called like Neon City or something. They totally have a mobile division that's been cranking away on a Titanfall game for like a year now, or over a year since they've announced it. They've signed...
What, on mobile?
Like some sort of mobile extension of the universe. I don't think it's just we're going to bring Titanfall to mobile, because that wouldn't work.
It'll be burn cards. It'll be collect burn cards on your phone.
I don't know, but they've had that happening for ages. They've also signed deals with Nexon, the MMO free-to-play people from Asia.
No.
There's meant to be a Titanfall online shooter coming. That's not Titanfall 2. With, like, being developed by Nexon. So that might be there in some form one day. And there's something else. They've got, like, fucking so many weird things going on at Respawn.
They have that Star Wars game, right?
They've got... Yeah, I don't think that'll be there, though. Because like that sounded like it was really early. They were still hiring people for that.
Yeah.
But they have got that, yeah. I think we'll only see Titanfall 2 from them, but like there's more going on at Respawn than people are talking about.
That's good. I like Respawn. Titanfall 1 was a good game. Titanfall 2 is hopefully another great game. I'm definitely buying it.
Yeah, a fucking mecha sword. I heard it. I heard somebody. This wasn't like it was a rumor or anything. It's just somebody was discussing it, and I really like the idea of like, what if Titanfall 2 featured like really heavy, like American style mechs, like almost like tanks on legs, and then also fucking super anime Japanese mechs.
Did you?
And like that was that game.
Did you hear about the fucking mech challenge between the US and Japan?
No.
So
I didn't.
Apparently, people in America built like this giant mech with like a fucking machine gun and like flamethrowers and chainsaws and stuff, and they challenged this company or this group of people in Japan that also make a mech to like a mech deathmatch, and Japan responded saying yes, and so apparently there's gonna be like some sort of mecha deathmatch at some point between their two mechs.
I think I've seen one of these mechs like in a Gizmodo post or something.
Yeah,
a while back.
That sounds like it would be there, but it's fucking. It's going to be really cool if it actually happens.
Maybe it's viral marketing for Titanfall 2.
I mean, it works.
That's meant to be coming out this year, apparently.
Really?
Like, within, like, several weeks of Battlefield 1.
Maybe...
So either...
Maybe I found... Here's the giant American robot hoping to beat Japan in a mech battle. 10th of January. That was months ago. Wow.
Weird. We'll keep an eye on that. Like, we're meant to be keeping an eye on that fucking, the weird Russian sword fighting wrestling.
Oh man, I forgot about that. Yeah, what's been happening with that?
I don't know. I think I've still got the app on my phone, but I keep, like once a month I'll think about that and feel real guilty that we didn't keep on it like we said we would.
Damn. Well, it was like,
but right,
Hero 1 or something.
Yeah. I'll see if I can find it. But like, just to go back, I don't want to skip over the new BioWare IP. That's the old Mass Effect team is developing that. So the BioWare Montreal is developing new Mass Effect. They're the people who did all the DLC and stuff. And BioWare Edmonton are the ones on the new IP. So maybe it's M1 TV is the name of that medieval fighting.
Yeah, I just googled it.
But yeah, so it's exciting. We've got like potentially 4 BioWare games making an appearance, or like one of them's an MMO expansion or something, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Battlefront. They are releasing a DLC for that soon, so maybe that'll be there.
Maybe.
You
never know.
not the Outer Rim. That's what's out. The Bespin Cloud City DLC. That's meant to be out, I think, this June. So you'd assume that would be there in some form. Also, they've announced there's another Battlefront in development. Also, there's Battlefront VR for PlayStation VR. So maybe one of those three will be there.
Sounds cool.
I don't know that we're going to see a new Battlefront, but they've definitely confirmed that they're working on it in earnings calls. And that it's meant to be out next year. So, who knows?
Yeah.
Star Wars game from Visceral. You know, Amy Hennig of Uncharted fame.
Yeah.
Her studio's been working on one for a couple of years, so maybe we'll see that.
Maybe. This isn't off topic, but I tried to go to the M1global.tv website, and I got your connection is not private. Attackers may be trying to steal your information from going to this page. So you know
I'm not being funny, it is Russian, isn't it?
Yeah, you know it's from Russia.
Racing game, Need for Speed. What about that fucking BMX game from like 2 years ago?
What?
There was a weird quad bike, helicopter, all-terrain, all land speed, land fucking air and sea and stuff. Do you not remember this?
No.
The weird in-development game, they showed some like half-rendered assets in a press conference.
Was this last year?
Yeah, no, it was the year before. They never mentioned it last year, so it might already be dead, but...
I don't know this.
It's from the people who made Burnout, or the new team that spun out from them, or something like that. So maybe that'll be there. Maybe we'll see new Need for Speed. I don't remember. They might have said Need for Speed's not on this year. I don't remember for certain.
Didn't it already come out?
Last year did. Oh no! Yeah, the live action one. Was that this year?
I'm pretty sure it came out earlier this year. Like, I'm pretty sure I've seen gameplay of it.
It did come out, but it definitely came out. I was imagining maybe a new one would be this year, but I don't know if they're annual or every 2 years. But I think it might have been late last year that Need for Speed game came out, because I remember playing Halo when listening to people talk about it on a podcast. And I haven't really played any Halo this year.
Yeah.
They'll have a ton of mobile games. Whether or not they'll be in the press conference, I doubt. I think they have like Madden Mobile games they've already confirmed is there. And I think like this announced or was leaked or something, a new Sims 4 DLC. And I really only threw that in there so we could talk about how great it is that now Sims 4 is like opening up all its gender options and stuff.
I was about to bring that up. Yeah, that's really cool.
That's exciting.
Who doesn't like to wear girly clothes?
Who doesn't like to be a dude who's pregnant?
I'm pretty sure they don't do that.
No, they do. I assume. I don't know if you can make men pregnant.
No, I'm pretty sure it just allows men to wear women's clothing and women to wear men's clothing. They've
definitely changed it so we could, if you were a woman and I was a woman, we could have a kid, like without adopting. I know that's a change. And they made it so you can be a woman and pee in a urinal and stuff like that. They've unlocked all that kind of thing as well. But I don't know if you can make men pregnant. That would be interesting.
Yeah, that'd be strange. It would be like, what's that Arnold film?
I have no idea. Films I've watched where men are getting impregnated, we can't talk about on this podcast.
Damn.
YouTube doesn't allow that kind of content.
I think EA will kick off with Battlefield 1, and then they'll go into their sports crap and get it out early. Then they'll talk about Dragon Age and Star Wars, and they'll close off with Mass Effect.
I really hope the new BioWare IP's there. There's a chance that it's exciting. There could be all sorts there. But I remember thinking the same thing last year at the press conference, and there was like different stuff there, so we'll have to see. But do you have anything else you want to add to that?
No, I mean, I'm excited to see more Battlefield 1. They're actually showing multiplayer footage. I mean, Battlefield and Titanfall are the main things I'm excited for. There's no way Mass Effect's coming out this year. It'll be early next year, I think, so I'm not really...
They've confirmed it is early next year.
Yeah, so I'm not really hyped for it. I'm really hyped to see it, of course, and be like, oh, yeah, it's great. Oh, I've got to wait another year to play this, though.
Yeah, I want to get I wonder if they'll... I know you weren't interested in Dragon Age Inquisition when it was announced, but they did like a really here's a 5 to 10 minute long gameplay demo of that game, 1E3, and it was like excellent. Like as a Dragon Age fan, you got a good impression of like how this game plays. Like, more than just here's some fucking pre-rendered combat or something. So I hope we get like a decent chunk of Mass Effect Andromeda.
I hope so.
But again, it is EA Play this year, isn't it? So if that's like on the show floor at their play event or something, then presumably there'll be a lot of footage of it out there.
I hope so. Who do you think EA are partnering with this year? Because they did Sony last year, didn't they? With the Battlefield's Hardline stuff?
Battlefront.
Was it Battlefront? Hardline.
Hardline was out last March, so that was already clear.
Yeah, but what I mean is, like, they were with Sony for, like, the year with, like, Battlefield and Battlefront. Like, do you think they're gonna go with, like... Because that's the thing now with this generation. It's not really, like, exclusive, like, content. It's more like, the Xbox or PlayStation get it a few weeks early, or they'll get, like, a demo.
DLC and stuff, yeah.
It's not really...
Well, I think EA Access is on the Xbox, so they have the added advantage for the Xbox. I think all the Star Wars stuff will be at Sony.
Yeah, I can see the Battlefield and the Titanfall stuff staying with Xbox.
Titanfall, I think definitely. That would be weird if they moved it. But also remember, this year EA is happening before all the consoles. So I imagine most of one of those games will be out before any of the press conferences for the consoles. So it might just be a case of here's an extended trailer. I would imagine here's the extended trailer at EA Play, and then here's a shorter one telling you they're going to have some exclusive DLC at Microsoft or Sony.
Yeah.
Because that's never, at least for EA, it's never happened before. They've always been between Microsoft and Sony.
I like that EA is coming out first this year.
Yeah, and I just love E3. So exciting.
It is, yeah. People actually get excited for video games, and then that quickly wears off once people are like, no, your opinion is shit.
Yeah, like we were saying this before we started, I don't think we mentioned it, but like the Twitter snark is both glorious and like really depressing around E3.
Yeah.
But we'll see. So that's the first of our pre-E3 podcasts. Next one up is going to be Bethesda, so check back for that. That's GameDropZone.com. My name is Matthew.
Your name is Matthew. Hi, Matthew.
My name is Matthew Kershaw. Your name is Carl Schumann. Check us out on Twitter and at GameDropZone.com. Bethesda is next, I promise.